Visual on the target. Moving to engage. Check weapons.
No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the iconic Adelaide Oval in beautiful South Australia. My name is Sean Thomas alongside Ben Rosenthal, and we are live from the sold-out McGarry Room for the final stop on the World Series Wrestling Most Wanted Tour.
And what a way to kick off the night with the Indie God, the king of the deathmatch, and my personal hero, Matt Cardona is here, ladies and gentlemen.
There is an old saying that seems to be coming around here, where Cardona goes, controversy follows. For this entire weekend on the Most Wanted Tour, that man right there, the current World Series Wrestling Heavyweight Champion through thick and thin, has ensured that title stays around his waist.
And quite rightly so. Who better to hold the prestigious World Series Wrestling Heavyweight Championship than the king of the deathmatch, than the man who at one time held 9 separate titles. Who better than Matt Cardona and his entourage of Steph DeLander and Lena Kross?
That's it. You can see flanked, as always, on every night of this tour. Steph DeLander and Lena Kross have been instrumental, again, in ensuring that title stays with Matt Cardona. And, of course, at the talking point here, Matt Cardona has not been cleared to wrestle on this tour. And so, what does he call him?
I believe, I may get this wrong, but I believe he is called the Big Bad Broski, Hammerstone.
You got it in one, and here's the issue. Hammerstone has been a mainstay here over the last couple of tours and has proven a big boon for the Indie God here. We're at night 4. Cardona is still the champion. Remember, the last time we saw him in World Series Wrestling taking the title back in his clutches away from Shawn Spears. And this is what it's all about. You have to wonder what tonight has in store. Will Hammerstone and Matt Cardona be able to keep the title in their clutches after tonight is over?
That's a redundant question, Sean.
And speaking of redundant, hear that? Chelsea,
hey
we
guys.
want Chelsea.
Guys, guess what? Chelsea's not here. Tonight is the last night of this World Series Wrestling Tour. You know what? You shut the fuck up.
Probably a time to note that this has no rating.
Tonight is the last night of the tour, and unfortunately, we're here in the worst town in Australia.
Sydney, Australia!
I mean, it can happen to anyone. They're very similar, those two cities, Adelaide and Sydney.
Guys, I'm sorry, it's been a long tour, guys. It's the 4th day of the tour. I'm a little tired. I'm exhausted. I'm sorry about that. Adelaide! Come on. You guys can be louder than that. Adelaide! Adelaide fucking sucks.
He got you, Sean. He got you.
That was too easy.
You were up in your seat. He got you.
This place sucks so bad that I think I'm never gonna wrestle in Adelaide ever again. As a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna leave Adelaide right now. And I'm gonna leave without wrestling tonight. You people do not deserve to see me wrestle tonight. And I am not going to defend my World Series Wrestling title tonight.
To be clear, Matt Cardona hasn't defended his title at all on this tour. It has indeed been Hammerstone doing the heavy lifting.
Quite rightly so. Matt Cardona's got a torn pectoral. What, you'd wish further injury on possibly the greatest...
Show us some fucking respect!
Yeah, Sean.
I suffered a career-threatening injury. I am not medically cleared to compete. So I think it's time that I go rehab, I get on a plane, and That's it! That's it! If you don't respect me, I'm leaving and going back to the greatest country in the world. I'm going to the greatest country in the world, the United States of America.
All right, hold on.
Oh dear.
To use an old adage, business is about to pick up. You want to talk about the most wanted tour, Ben? How about the wanted man? The most wanted man, Nick Nemeth.
Crowd is going absolutely wild here for Nick Nemeth. First time in Adelaide. And you gotta believe there, Sean, that he has one thing in mind.
Hang on a second. Now let's hang on 1 second here. I think Adelaide came to see that WSW title on the line tonight. I understand that you're afraid of anyone in that locker room. You're especially afraid of me. I get it, broski. I think Adelaide deserves to see a WSW champ they can respect. So I think tonight you put that title on the line and prove that you're not afraid of the wanted man.
I am not afraid. I am not a pussy.
Then prove it. Prove it right now. Prove it.
Cardona looks like he's going to pop a blood vessel at this point. The crowd gets any louder.
Fine! 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 You want me to defend the title? You want a title shot? You're on! But Nemeth, it's no DQ!
Whoa.
Oh yeah, and it's not against me.
Oh, no.
Wait a minute. Hammerstone from the back. Vicious chair shot laying out Nick Nemeth. We were talking about Hammerstone just earlier. The big bad broski, the hired gun of Cardona.
I mean, look at the size of Hammerstone's arms. Just hitting Nemeth like that's enough to cause injury, but with a chair?
We know that last night, Nick Nemeth came out on top against a monumental task in Brian Cage. But now think about this. He has to go against Hammerstone once again in a no DQ match where anything goes, anyone can be at ringside. And it's stacked against Nemeth here tonight. Be careful what you wish for, right, Ben?
You have to be careful when you're confronting a genius on the level of Matt Cardona. He's always 1, 2, 3, maybe 20 steps ahead of the common man. Now, granted, Nick Nemeth isn't a common man. He's quite elite himself, but Matt Cardona's just so much better. He's better looking, he's a better wrestler, he's a better champion, he's just better.
I mean, be that as it may, we will find out by the end of tonight whether it's Hammerstone winning the title again for Cardona, or if Nick Nemeth can come away with the gold. But of course, speaking of gold,
Adelaide Oval. Our opening contest is for the World Series Wrestling Australian Championship. Introducing first from Northern California, weighing in this afternoon at 85 kilograms, he's the jack of all cartwheels, Jack Cartwheel.
this is a man who has been on the scenes for a little over 5 years or so and has already taken the independent scene by storm with a decidedly cartwheel-based offense, and the man has been nothing short of impressive in this debut tour for World Series Wrestling.
I gotta tell you, Mr. and Mrs. Cartwheel must be very impressed with their son. All that aside, I respect the hell out of any individual who can pull off tassels like that. Look at him! Look at him!
This is Jack Cartwheel's second crack at the WSW Australian Championship. At the time, TJP...
And his opponent, hailing from Osaka, Japan, weighing in today at 105 kilograms, he is the World Series Wrestling Australian Champion, Shigehiro Irie.
I was about to say, at the time, the champion was TJP, but a lot has happened on this tour since then. The inaugural champion has been passed on to the current Australian champion, Shigehiro Irie, right here, and this will be his second title defense. This is a huge matchup, strength against speed.
I'm gonna say, if you've not seen Shigehiro in the ring before, boy, are you in for a massive treat. Shigehiro, of course, a resident of DDT wrestling over in Japan. Not only strong, but he can put on the speed as well, Sean.
This is exactly it. What you're going to find out is a lot has been said about Shigehiro has traveled a long way to be here. He's traveled a long way. That's not the point. Shigehiro is showing up everywhere. He has been putting in the work. He has been showing up everywhere on every continent, has been impressive in every single land, and he's racking up those title defenses. This man is a former Iron Man heavy metalweight champion. It is insane, the kind of diverse skill set that Shigehiro has.
And all respect to TJP, but I am, quite honestly, as an Australian, extremely happy to see that man holding the WSW Australian Championship.
It's only the second champion in WSW's history. Jack Cartwheel looking to make it a third here tonight. This is our opening contest. Remember, we are live here on Triller TV. Thank you to all of you who are joining us. This is the opening contest, and Miss Ford, that championship belt right there.
Jack Cartwheel getting a good look at the gold, hopefully wearing it on the way out after this match.
Now sizing each other up here.
Referee Nick Savage calls for the bell, and we are off and racing. First match of the World Series Wrestling Most Wanted Tour. Great show of sportsmanship there.
I'm going to say an immediate show of respect between these two competitors. Finally, craft skill set for the two of them. You're going to see an absolutely smash mouth contest, technically sound. It is going to be brutal. It is going to be quick.
And it's going to have cartwheels.
Now you see controlling the arm here. Shigehiro is going to look to kind of ground Jack Cartwheel here to keep him away from that high-risk base that he tends to utilize so frequently and so effectively. And you see it's just going to be domineering from the get-go. You see, just like that, a manipulation of the arm. Shigehiro is so skilled at just taking a competitor and just bending him to his will.
I noticed you saw him.
Oh my goodness.
I was going to say, you saw him before turn and manipulate that arm, so it put a lot of strain on the upper back, followed by ramming Jack Cartwheel into the turnbuckle in the upper part of the back, and then slamming him on his back. Already, he's starting to take a target and just work it.
Shigehiro always here to activate beast mode here. Once you see him get going, we talk about that ground and pound style, but the thing is, Shigehiro has speed. He has velocity. You're going to see I cannot stress enough how multifaceted this man is as a performer, as a wrestler. And you can hear the crowd already on side in this opening minutes. Now again, staying in contact with Jack Cartwheel. Now Jack finding a moment to breathe here, and it's going to take that moment to showboat to try and get in the head of the champion. Straight away flipping over into a head scissor takedown. I think we need a Cartwheel counter at this point.
It's on about 86.
87! Vicious kick to the chest of the champion, followed by moonsault straight into a cover. 2 count already, referee Nick Savage right on it. This is for the gold. This is the last opportunity for anyone to call themselves the Australian champion on this tour. It's going to be one of these 2 men here. Jack Cartwheel in a precarious position here. Just those clubbing blows. You can hear it from up here on the balcony. Hold on, wait a minute. Oh! Battering ram. That is Irie. What is that, 300 pounds of force just slamming straight into the upper back of Jack.
We're in Australia here, buddy. How many kilos is that? Over 100, I'd assume.
At least over. Now, gonna see it on the other way. Jack!
Oh my God!
Up and over, springboard, moonsault over the top rope.
Now, Sean, we're up on the balcony level here, and I reckon we saw Jack Cartwheel's head come up this 20-foot balcony.
You have to, and this is the problem here. We talk so much about Shigehiro's diverse moveset. Someone like Jack Cartwheel is going to be able to get you from any side of the ring.
What was that?
The core strength of Jack Cartwheel is unreal. Up and over with a diverse, devastating elbow drop. Get it with the cover.
Such a smart game plan as well from Jack Cartwheel. Sure, Shigehiro's got that strength, but Jack's just not allowing him to get his breath. He's just nailing him with high maneuver after high maneuver after high impact maneuver.
This is exactly it. Now showing a bit of that strength that Cartwheel have as well. For both competitors, you have to think the game plan is simple. Stay on your opponent. Cut away that cardio ability. Stop them from being able to utilize their diverse strengths.
And the tides have definitely changed here. Jack Cartwheel, sure, he's feeling it a little bit, but we're definitely in the cardio phase of the matchup.
That's it. Becomes a war of attrition at this point. Who wants it more? Who can survive for longer? Who is able really to outperform the other competitor at this point? Crowd starting to get underneath here.
Well, it might be performed, but it could also be a lucky break. Who's the first to falter? Who's the first to give up a weakness? And who's the first to capitalize?
Oh, here we go. Speaking of capitalizing, straight into an armbar here, maybe looking for a submission.
This could be it. No.
You see Shigehiro desperately, that monkey grip, holding on it, but no!
Shoulders it down.
Cartwheel's breaking it. Shigehiro wisely crawling, grabbing the rope here. Cartwheel has to break.
Smart. It's that kind of ring presence that a veteran like Shigehiro has in such a high-end matchup like this.
You have to, a reminder for everyone here tonight, yes, rope breaks are legal. They will not be later on tonight. As we heard in the main event, Nemeth will be going one-on-one with, Matt Cardona's replacement, Hammerstone, in a no disqualification match. No ring ropes, no DQ, no count out.
I think you mean the big bag broski.
I guess I do.
Bit of respect, please.
No. Now Cartwheel. Jack Cartwheel going where he's comfortable, but unfortunately Shigehiro cutting him to the quick here. And now, just like that, Cartwheel is in a very dangerous predicament. Shigehiro calling for a brainbuster, I believe, from the top. Good God. Wisely, Jack fighting with everything he's worth. You can see his legs locking onto the rope set, trying to prevent the brainbuster landing on top of his head.
A couple of punches to the kidneys as well, now to the jaw. He's got Shigehiro down.
Have to be careful here, might be looking for the Jack Arrow. Could have it done here. Shigehiro is in trouble. Jack Cartwheel Up and over!
Oh!
Good
How
lord!
did he land on his feet? How is that possible, Sean?
Oh! Just bulldozed over. That is a headbutt. The hard head of the Australian champion into the sternum of Cartwheel both times, and now both men battling just to have some sort of advantage. Wait a minute, pouncing him over across the ring. Good lord! Shigehiro buying himself at least a few seconds of time here. Almost pouncing Jack Cartwheel outside of the ring.
Smart, just a smart guy.
Blackpool slam. Up and over, 1, 2. This could be over. No.
That was close, Sean. That was very, very close. Unbelievable opening match here at World Series Wrestling. The final night of the Most Wanted Tour.
That's it. We are in the final leg here of the Most Wanted Tour, night 4. We have been to Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne. Now finishing off here in Adelaide at the Adelaide Oval. Our opening contest for the WSW Australian Championship. Now he's calling for it.
Oh my goodness!
Looking for the Beast Bomber. Jack Cartwheel saw it coming. Oh, the Cartwheel power slam.
This could be it. This could be it.
Ben is looking for it again.
Are we going to see a new champion?
Jack out. Wait, shooting star press. He hasn't quite got the cover. The wind took out of him. 1, 2, and oh! You have to wonder, was it that extra few seconds that Jack Cartwheel needed to take a breather, get the wind back into his lungs? Was that all that Shigehiro needed to get the shoulder up?
I'm going to say yeah, because holy smoke, I thought that was done. I thought we were finished. I thought we had a new champion in Jack Cartwheel. But no, Shigehiro managed to dig deep, kick out. That's how much this title means to him.
And you know that these two have a huge amount of respect for one another, but that is not going to stop them from elbowing the hell out of each other.
I mean, that's all they've got left. That's all they have in the tank. When all else fails, elbow your opponent in the face, Sean. I've always said that. I've always said that.
You have always said that, and here you just wonder who's it going to pay dividends for. Both these men dazed, potentially confused, just running on fumes here. Looking potentially for an ensuguri. Oh my God! Jumping over, almost ensuguri. Holy smokes! Again, the core strength, the neck strength of Jack Cartwheel, who is in shock that the champion kicked out once again. You can hear it straight from the crowd. We are, 15 minutes into this show. This is awesome indeed. For those who are watching around the world, welcome to World Series Wrestling. And now again, tried and true.
One more time.
Wait a minute, playing possum here. Shigehiro potentially baiting his opponent. I am a touch worried here. What in the hell does Shigehiro have in store here? Oh my God. Ben, the challenger might be in trouble here. Holy,
What in the world was that?
top rope Samoan drop by Shigehiro Irie. 2.
Oh, how? How?
You have to wonder, is this was that deliberate, or at this point, is he just running on muscle memory right now? That shoulder barely getting up. Who wants it more? Shigehiro Irie, Jack Cartwheel. Oh my God! That beast cannonball is calling for it. Looking for the beast bomber. Swing off. Neckbreaker. Jack Cartwheel having it. These two men have each other scouted.
Oh, look at that. Under the rope. Brilliant. Brilliant tactic by Shigehiro. Absolute genius.
Over 15 years of experience coming into play, having that ring awareness to know that you're in trouble and you're not going to be able to get your shoulder up. But the problem is, let me say it before, I don't think there's anywhere where Jack Cartwheel cannot get you.
Well, careful what you wish for, audience.
What in the hell is he looking for here? Oh my God. We know that Cartwheel utilizes the Death Valley driver in his arsenal. As we know, there's a pile driver in the champion's arsenal. Fighting it off. Jack Cartwheel wisely fighting off this move here.
Wisely or just for his life? He's like a pile driver on the side of the ring. There's not going to be much left here. But here we go!
Ben! Cartwheel indeed! Oh my God! Oh my God! Cartwheel Death Valley driver slamming the champion onto the hardest part of the ring.
The ring post? Oh, sorry, the apron. Got
Yes.
it. Right. Yes, of course, clearly the hardest part. This could be it.
Jack! Oh my God!
That's it!
He got it!
We've got a new champion, Sean! Here we are! 1, 2, oh!
In what world? Shigehiro, Irie, last night of the tour says, absolutely not. Take a look at this once more, Ben. It was tried, true, executed to perfection.
I don't even know how he did that.
Now just out of frustration, stomping a mud hole into the champion.
Well, what else can you do, Sean?
Coming through, oh my God! Beast Bomber, he's calling for it, the Beast Bomber! On one side, on two sides!
Oh!
Take it!
That's it.
Goddamn head off! 2,
That's it! Shigehiro Irie retains!
And you said it best, Ben. It was going to take capitalizing on one
Here is
mistake.
your winner,
On one mistake.
and still the World Series Wrestling Australian Champion, Shigehiro Irie.
The man is barely able to stand at this point.
Sean, where's the fire extinguisher? Because these two just set the damn house on fire. My God!
There you have it. Still the WSW Australian champion, earning every pound of that belt, and that is exactly what you want to see here. There is absolutely nothing to be ashamed of from Jack Cartwheel. A fantastic showing from both men here tonight. Shigehiro Irie improving far too much on this night. Will leave this tour as your WSW Australian champion. My God!
And let's not forget Jack Cartwheel, Sean. Absolute stellar performance from the young guy as well.
You can see holding that neck. I mean, both these men are going to need ice baths. They're going to need a physio. Going to need, like, how the hell are either of those standing? Either of these men standing after this match? What a hellacious contest! This just match one, Ben.
Can we watch it again?
Absolutely.
There we go. Here's the highlights.
After you shall receive.
Oh!
You see from the get-go, it's that power and yet mixed with the agility straight away. And you can see that Cartwheel simply had to look at ways to dodge the champion, find a way to jump up over the ring, find him any way he possibly could, catch him off guard. It was
Shigehiro just using his noggin.
And at this point, you see it's a battle of attrition, pulling out all the stops here. Samoan drop from the top rope, and still Death Valley drivers, shooting star press. Nothing was going to get the job done. Hell, even the Jack Arrow, and still the champion was able to come back with the Beast Bomber to become once again champion.
I didn't think it was possible for a human to fold 4 ways.
I need a moment here.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my honor a man that's played to sold-out arenas all over the world. And tonight, Adelaide welcoming is one of our own. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Elijah.
You know, there is a world in which Elijah would be entering this ring now with the WSW World Championship around his waist. It was just last night where, let's call it through controversial means, unfortunately, Elijah was prevented from coming away with the gold against Hammerstone.
Whoa! Slander and hearsay, slander and hearsay. controversial. There was a winner, there was a loser. Unfortunately, on that night, Elijah was the loser.
It is one way to look at it. Be that as it may, Elijah has a chance for redemption here tonight. He is in action here, but of course before that, I said that I needed a moment to calm down. I mean, I feel we might be serenaded tonight, or at least lulled into a nice little slumber before Elijah heats it up once again. It's been a long time since I've heard a ballad from this man. I'm ready, Ben.
Hello, I am Elijah. And I have one question for everybody here tonight. Who wants to walk with Elijah? Guys, I gotta tell you, my travel has been insane to get here tonight. Okay? I'm talking delays. I ended up in New Zealand. Believe me, I couldn't get out of there fast enough, okay? And eventually, after this tour, I made my way here to Adelaide tonight. And guys, this has been a special trip for me. Despite all the nonsense getting here, I am so glad to be here tonight, and thank you. Okay. Thank you, guys, and I tell you what, I could use some help right now because I spent a lot of time writing a song just for you tonight. And I'm going to sing that right now. If everybody could just clap along, that would help me out a lot. Thank you.
Hold on.
It's a lot heavier than what we usually have from Elijah.
I don't quite think this is Elijah, unfortunately. It's not quite the T1000, but it's damn close.
I'd say it's better than the T1000. It's Brian Cage!
He's the first and only member of the World Series Wrestling Hall of Fame.
US reigning WSW Tag Team Champion with Flip Gordon at 1,362 days. Hall of Famer indeed.
You forgot, he's also an absolute specimen of an individual. Look at those muscles. He's got muscles on his muscles. In fact, I think I saw his tricep lifting a bicep the other day.
And the thing about Brian Cage, the last time we saw him here in Adelaide, he was competing and by all rights should have won the heavyweight title, again, shockingly, from Matt Cardona.
Well, what more hearsay, Sean? More unconfound rumours that you're spouting. Again, winner, loser, Brian Cage on that night didn't have the goods up against the indie god. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're upset. I'm sorry you can't get over these things. But people like me like to move on and look at the present. And at the present, we got Brian Cage in the middle of the ring with Elijah.
You know what? You are absolutely right, Ben. We are focused on the task here at hand. This is a huge match. Elijah himself is a big unit in his own right. This is meaty men slapping meat right here. Elijah, Brian Cage straight away. Elijah was so rudely interrupted by Brian Cage, is going to respond in kind. This is going to be a slobber knocker of an affair.
Careful, that's trademark.
You're right. Slapper knocker.
A slobber wacky.
Elijah, fresh out on the indie scene over the last year, has been paving his way, paving the road to greatness. Once again, this is his first time here on the World Series Wrestling Tour, and he's being greeted with a 10 clothesline salute from Brian Cage. Brian Cage is a veteran of World Series Wrestling. As long as I've been here, Brian Cage has been here and then some. Looking to establish himself once again. He's not here with Flip Gordon, but the man is a certified beast as a singles competitor in his own right.
He's a beast. He's going to be howling after that one. My goodness.
Elijah now hanging Brian Cage on the ropes here. Slammed down neck first onto the apron. Elijah taking his time. And again, Brian Cage trying to get himself out of harm's way and just really fell into another guillotine.
I mean, Elijah's really taking this interruption personally, and, you know, I kind of agree with him. You don't interrupt a man in the middle of a song.
And he's come through with a high knee! Point emphatically made. You can walk with Elijah, but you don't interrupt Elijah. That's the rules.
Again, that's what I always say, Sean. I mean, it's very great that you've been listening to me after all this time. Thank you.
Elijah now slowly, methodically looking to pick apart Brian Cage.
Don't usually see Elijah up top.
All right, see, he's looking to maybe go a little old school. Trepidatiously walking across the ropes here. Needs to be careful how much time he's spending on the ropes here. A bit of showboating from Elijah, but it is enough to bring the big man down.
You say it like it's a surprise. He's a showman. Of course he's going to showboat. It's in his nature.
And yeah, we talked about his loss to Hammerstone last night, but other than that, Elijah has been, oh my good lord! Oh, the tilt-a-well hurricanrana. This may be the biggest visit to the area code that we know of straight. Good lord, Brian Cage does things that no man his size should be able to do.
So do we call this a 5,000?
Close enough. Look at that. Just waiting for him to do a springboard hurricanrana at this point. And I was about to say, Elijah otherwise has racked up an impressive lot of victories here. He defeated Caveman Og, he defeated Ryan Nemeth. He has so far more wins and losses on his tour. He's looking to make it 3 out of 4 here, which definitely put him in contention later on for another crack at that title.
You can have as many cracks as you want, but you'll never crack the class act that is, say it with me now, Matt Cardona.
Hammerstone, yes.
What?
2 count here by Brian Cage. And now is going to continue onto Elijah very wisely, slapping on the rear naked choke there, just trying to ground and pound, stay on Elijah, not give him a moment to take a breath and to get any sort of momentum going. See Elijah fighting his way to his feet here. Well-placed shots for solar plexus and cut to the quick with a hellacious knee from Brian Cage. Looking to will the crowd here at the Adelaide Oval. Coming through. Elijah having him scouted, but again, just the relentless force of Brian Cage. If you are Elijah, Ben, what do you have to do to take Brian Cage down, and more importantly, to keep him down?
Sean, I gotta tell you, I have no idea.
Well, Elijah is he's got a game plan in mind. He's gonna simply try again and again, looking clothesline, Manhattan drop. Pulling a string of combos together, big boot to the big man.
Now I'm thinking about this, Sean. I could never in my wildest dreams think that I'm that man. I mean, his veins are bigger than my arms.
You see, it's hard to quite describe watching it on TV the size of both of these men. Brian Cage and Elijah are huge, absolutely massive.
I mean, Elijah could, I don't know, sing a lullaby and hope he falls asleep.
At this point,
that'd be one way?
Anything will do. He has to try something to take down the Hall of Famer, World Series Wrestling Hall of Famer, that is Brian Cage here. Huge headbutt. The man has forearms bigger than my head. Oh! Case in point. It is scary how quick
I was about to
Brian
say,
Cage is.
what just happened there? I saw like a blur and then all of a sudden Elijah was on his back. What's going on?
Brian Cage with the iron fist that he has. And now has him scouted. Well, I was going to say, I thought he had him on the outside, but really, oh, we've seen this time and time again. I need you to just take in how impressed. Oh my! About to say you were looking for that stalling suplex. Elijah, just like I did, had it scouted.
Cage had that scouted. Swift kick to the midsection. Winding him up. No!
Speaking of having a scouted, snap German suplex. Up, corkscrew. Two, and not quite, 2.5 there. Not going to put the big man down. I said the big man, they're both big men.
Which big man? Let's have a look at this again.
Just that corkscrew net breaker, beautifully supplanted.
The strength of Elijah to lift a man that massive and be able to manipulate him in mid-air.
Now looking here. Wolverine is not going to go down without a fight here. Big, huge, I mean, potentially a back body dropper. Is it a, ow, oh my God, sit out, Alabama slam. Shoulder up.
I thought that was it. I thought he had it there. But Elijah digging deep and kicking out on the 2.5693. That's the official count we can see up there in the top right-hand corner on our setup here, Sean.
I don't know where Brian Cage now taking a moment, just breathing in the electricity from the crowd, and now you're going to see it again. I'll say it once again, I want you to take in the amount of strength that it requires to pull off this maneuver. From the apron, up and over! Thank God. And again, 2.5, Brian Cage. I mean, take a look at it again.
Yeah, I'm speechless. Look at that. The impact from that height. People don't realize how high off the ring high off the ground that ring actually is. And to lift someone up and over.
Just a dead weight suplex.
Oh!
Looking there for the tornado claw, but it's that big knee that Elijah almost had it. Big driving knee of Elijah could not get it done.
And the frustration of Elijah's face, you can see it there plain as day. What else does he have to do, Sean? Now it's my turn to ask you. What does Brian Cage, what does Brian Cage have to do to beat Elijah?
I mean, if you're Brian Cage, really, you need to just dig deep into your arsenal. We can see here that Elijah has had an answer for a lot of the moves that Brian Cage has been throwing out. You need to stay on him, and you need to bring out aspects of your arsenal that you haven't already. Utilize that surprising quickness that the man has to surprise Elijah.
It looks like Elijah's running on empty, but Brian Cage's got that rush of adrenaline.
I'm gonna say, I really don't know if you want to be trading blows with Brian Cage. And now, wait a minute.
Oh, backslide.
Backslide. 1, 2.
What was, was Elijah going for the ropes there?
Oh my God.
No.
Oh, good God, did you see?
That's it.
His neck just cave in.
And he kicked out. How?
Gotta say, if there's one man who can persevere through a pile driver, it might be Brian Cage. Neck muscles for days, back muscles for just muscles for days and nights. Wait a minute!
Oh, Michael Kent, referee, he's been bumped into the ring post and he's down.
I mean, he is down and out. And Elijah,
I don't know what would have the bigger impact, getting hit by the ring post or getting hit by Elijah. Oh, hang on.
It's not the way you want to walk with Elijah. That is. Wait a minute. What's going on out here? And Elijah is searching for something on the outside. Wait a minute.
Well, you said it before, Sean. If you get enough wins, you're in for title contention.
That's
Elijah,
it.
you got to think's at the bottom of the list after losing last night.
I mean,
He's got to find a way to get a win back in the column.
The DQ is on here. Wait! Oh my God!
He just killed a man!
Good Lord!
He just killed a man!
What did you say his name was?
Michael Kent!
Well, it's not anymore! There we go with a tornado claw. Michael Kent just R.I.P. Up and over.
Next time it's history. 1, 2, and
There we
history!
go!
Brian Cage perseveres!
F5, F6, F10, whatever you want to call it. Brian Cage capitalizes, and unfortunately Michael Kent suffered the consequences.
This night has it all. We've seen the indie god himself. We've seen Nick Nemeth. We've seen an absolute barn burner in the opening act. And we saw Elijah kill a man live in front of us. And of course now we are seeing the 10-time veteran, the WSW Hall of Famer Brian Cage stand victorious and perhaps find his way back to world title contention.
You have to wonder what is next for Brian Cage. You can see here just pulling out all the stops, both men using monumental, incredible strength against one another. And here's the turning point. Elijah, a misplaced guitar shot. Brian Cage had it well scouted and was able to capitalize with an F5. 1, 2, 3. And that is how our Hall of Famer is going to end the tour here, the Most Wanted tour.
Well, maybe not. These two had enough.
Say it's a... Can't see what's going to happen up here. Elijah is backed into a corner here by the Swolverine.
Brian Cage offering his hand.
Guess it's he's saying, you know, fair play, you gave it your best shot. But at the end of the day, it wasn't enough.
Fans not happy with Elijah.
I'll say this, Brian Cage has had a lot worse. I think game respects game at this point. This is all well and good, but I need to check on Michael Kent. Is he okay? Where is he?
Who? Oh, Michael Kent. I'll find out for you, don't worry. I'll look into that.
You see the remnants. I know, have to buy himself a new guitar at this point. And now Brian Cage celebrating in style with the Adelaide faithful here. He's going to leave into the sunset.
Sunset, he's going to the bar.
maybe heading down Hindley Street, heading down to the famous strips of Adelaide, get himself a beer before he has to fly out onto his next challenge. But for now, the night is Brian Cage's. There you have it. Former WSW heavyweight champion, longest reigning tag team champion, Brian Cage, congratulations.
Adelaide Oval, the following match is for the World Series Wrestling Women's Championship. And it is a street fight. Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by Steph Delander. Hailing from Perth, Western Australia, she's number 1, Lena Kross.
Unlike the match before, unlike what you just saw, which was a DQs allowed match, this is going to be a street fight. Guitars allowed, chair shots allowed, anything goes in this women's championship contest.
And of course the title held by the freshly anointed champion.
Absolutely right, we are going to see Ash by Elegance making her way to the ring shortly to defend that newly crowned title.
And her opponent, she's the brand new World Series Wrestling Women's Champion. She's Ash by Elegance.
It was only last night in a huge fatal four-way, which also included Lena Kross, as you saw, Frankie B, and a returning Shazza McKenzie. Ash by Elegance came away and can now call herself the new WSW Women's Champion.
A title that Lena Kross has been after for ages and eons and years and other measurements of long time. Is tonight her chance to grab the gold for the first time.
This tour has been, there have been returns and there have been debuts. This tour has been a debut for Ash by Elegance here. She's had a huge showing so far on the tour. You have to wonder what both these women are capable of in a street fight environment. It is going to be... Lena Kross has been traveling along with Steph Delander and Matt Cardona. You know there is a mean streak on her, and that's going to come out in full force tonight in order to get that championship, I am sure.
Mean streak, but intelligence. Biggest thing there, intelligence. Calculating. I mean, she's out here with Steph Delander. That in itself is a brilliant idea. Ash by Elegance has come out by herself. In a street fight, why would you do that?
That's exactly it. There is potentially the difference maker there. This is street fight rules. Anything is legal. Steph Delander may be the ultimate swinging point, the pendulum swing for this match. It is important to realize that you can look at Lena Kross here, over 6 feet tall. She is a huge specimen. She is no slouch. She is dangerous for Ash by Elegance. Her title is in jeopardy tonight. Now the match is underway already. You see that the chair slid in by Steph Delander and Ash had it scouted.
She knew exactly where to go, straight for that quad. You try and chop the giant down from the legs.
And what you're going to see is a game plan that I am assured is going to come into play, which is for now. I repeat, for now, Lena Kross is going to go it by herself. She's going to do it on her own. But for Ash, she's got to have eyes in the back of her head. When is Steph or other outside interference going to come into play? Or does she just have Kross to contend with?
If, don't forget, they're both proteges of Matt Cardona. Oh!
Did we say it was a street fight? Yes, we did.
Being a protege of Matt Cardona, she probably should have seen that coming, but oh!
Wrapping the chair around the small of the back of Kross. Ash wasting no time in getting down and dirty with the rules. That chair is coming into a play immediately. It's not even 1 minute on the clock here so far. Oh! Where the body of that chair has just been smashed out already through use. You can see it's there on the ground.
And that's not the part that hurts.
No.
It's steel framing that digs into your ribs that hurts. Oh, bulldog there by Elegance in the middle of the ring. This could be over. 1, 2, no.
Ash by Elegance has reinvented herself over the past couple of years. You can see she is in tremendous shape. She has found herself to be a formidable opponent to anyone that steps in the ring with her. I mean, honestly, I talk about Lena Kross and her abilities in this sort of environment. Really, you cannot understate how much Ash has been able to adapt to her new surroundings. Case in point, there's a goddamn door under the ring.
Well, you always did say she's adorable, Sean.
No,
she's just here to prove it.
Damn it. Now we see the door. I mean, oh my God. We've got some people in the audience helping to keep it up, right? Yep, that is absolutely a sturdy door. And this kind of match is not forbidden, that's for sure. Absolutely legal here.
You know what isn't legal? That joke. God, leave it to me. Call the match.
Wait a minute. Ash jumping to the top here. Lena, thankfully, has Steph in her corner to drag her out of harm's way. That was going to be devastating for the challenger.
Very, very smart. Don't know why Nick Savage is getting up in the business. It's all legal. Exactly. Nick Savage there telling Ash by Elegance, nothing I can do. Everything's legal in a street fight. And it looks like Lena Kross has had enough.
What is? They got the. And here you go, Ash saying, this is absolutely not the way that I'm going to win. You are going to stay in Adelaide till I have beaten you.
I don't like where this is going, Sean. Don't I know how much those screens are worth? Oh, thank goodness.
Kross had it scouted here, avoiding certain disaster and a hefty bill for World Series Wrestling there.
I'm not quite sure where Lena Kross went.
Well, she was going for a knee there, and Ash had it scouted, moved out of the way. She went into the darkness. Oh. Wait a minute! Both of them just jumping into the void. Who's going to come out?
We need to get someone down there quick.
I was going to say, I can't even see where they've gone.
Ash is up.
There we go.
Ash by Elegance up. We got some light on the situation now. Ash is up. Lena Kross slammed against that wall.
It's not an LED screen. It is just a hard as hell wall there. And Lena Kross. And again, we say this is a street fight. This could go anywhere. This could go onto the streets of Adelaide.
Oh!
Good Lord. You can see her skin ripple from here.
Nick Savage not quite sure what to do here.
You just got to let him go.
You just got to wait until there's a pinfall, right? That's all you can do.
Pinfall, submission. I mean, from this point, we just need to hope that at some point they make their way back to the ring. Even so, it is a street fight. Where the hell have they gone?
Pull down to the truck, see if we can get someone on the ground there to get us a better situation.
Let's have a look here. Watch again in slow motion. Watch the hand slam against the chest, and you will see just the ripple effect. Bang! Oh. Good Lord! Now there we go. Is that a broom? Take anything. They've obviously been utilizing the bins. We're out in the merch area here. So security trying to have some semblance of space here. They could be going anywhere. Now Ash in some trouble here. You can see Nick Savage pleading with them to please take it back to the ring. Doesn't mean they will.
That's just the signing area from before the show where fans could meet their superstars. It looks like Ash by Elegance maybe having a bit more of a closer meeting with some of them. Using that handrail of the stairs there.
Oh my God, just wrapping her through the steel rail there. The back of Ash has been racked with pain.
And STL getting her licks in there as well. I mean, why wouldn't you? If there's an opportunity there.
And the thing about it is, you know, we've said it before, it's street fight. Why wouldn't you come out with your associates? Why wouldn't you?
Time to take out the trash.
There we go, now stalking her prey here. Lena Kross just emptying the contents. Lord, just adding insult to injury here at this point. Ash is in a bad way at the moment. You can see On one side, Lena Kross just behind on the other side. Steph DeLander just waiting.
It's a psychological game as well, Sean. Yes, you're in a street fight. Yes, you can use anything and everything to defeat your opponent. But don't forget the mind games. Ash by Elegance takes pride in her appearance.
Oh my God! Ben!
What?
Looking for a power bomb! Oh! Okay, safe for the moment. Ash had that scattered DDT! That would have been over right there. Again, Lena Kross over 6 feet.
I think you're burying the lead there. That was Lena Kross's skull bouncing off that metal trash can.
Wait a minute. Another chair set up here. This is exactly it. If you're the challenger, if you're Lena Kross, it is all about mind games. You will take every advantage that you possibly can to ensure the victory. Now Ash, you can see, taking a look around to see where Steph is. Coming through, chop again, and down off the stage. Lena Kross to the floor. Adelaide faithful standing on their feet, cheering for the WSW Women's Champion. Again, title on the line here on the last night of the tour. Either Ash by Elegance or Lena Kross will be coming away with the title at the end of the Most Wanted tour here tonight. Good God, they've gone everywhere. It's a massive circle around the McGeary room here.
There's a massive pylon there that I think Lena Kross's face was just introduced to by Ash by Elegance.
Now we are slowly but surely, you can see the relief on the body language of Nick Savage there. They're finally making their way slowly towards the ring where that pinfall can take place. Just remember, street fight does not mean falls count anywhere.
Oh,
wait a minute.
Oh, thank goodness.
Lena has it scouted onto the steel steps. Oh my God! I think Ash moving out the way. The knee of Kross embedded into those steps. You can see it shifted across.
That's not good. Again, we said right at the start of the match where Ash by Elegance attacked the thigh of Lena Kross to try and chop her down. Lena Kross smashing her knee into the metal steps like that is not going to do her any favors. It's going to take a significant advantage that she had with her height and turn it into a major disadvantage.
And notice that even with that attack, that weakness that has been brought into bear.
There we go. This could be it.
Lena Kross was still able to be the one to bring Ash back into the ring. Ash, that time on the outside was absolutely destructive for her. She may not be able to come back from this. At this point, she might just be on borrowed time here. Oh! Huge stomp onto the back of the neck. Now it's a pinfall here. Savage calling it. Champion getting her shoulder off the mat. And now you're about to see Lena Kross in her element. Getting more fired up, more confidence. And now on the outside, wait, Steph DeLander, but of course, it is all legal.
It's all legal. It's all allowed.
All legal here in a street fight. Big clothesline. Two, and again, the shoulder
Lena
up.
Kross, she's going to be wondering what else does it take. What else does it take to put Ash by Elegance down and get that title around her waist? Well, it looks like she has an idea. Under the ring.
If you're Lena Kross here, you have to be maintaining your cool. For the moment, you have the advantage. You have Ash right where you want to. It's about maintaining your composure, keeping on the pressure, and ensuring that the champion does not get back to her feet.
Well, we've got a couple of steel chairs there, but what's Lena got?
Oh my God.
We all know what that satchel means. It means it's thumb. Oh,
It's
that's much more painful.
I was going to say. Wait, is that?
That's Lego. That's Lego without an S.
That's worse.
Hang on. That bit there's from a treasure chest of the pirate Lego. I need that piece. Sean, go get it for me.
Have you, for those at home, if you've ever stepped on a piece of Lego, Let's times that by 20. Wait a minute. Ash!
No.
Now jockeying for position here. Oh my God. Get both women know what's in store for them. Right back. Oh my God. Ash! Go! 1,000 pieces of Lego embedding into the stomach of the champion. Red, yellow, green, blue, orange, all the colors of the rainbow. Let's take a look at this again. From high above.
Oh! I just can't even fathom.
Face first, stomach first. That's your, how, you don't prepare for a drop onto Lego. That's not something you learn. We've got doors, chairs, and Lego. Oh my! Right here now, she's calling.
Oh, and look what Lena Kross has got.
Perhaps prematurely raising the title up in the air. She has to be aware though, this match is not over. Now sizing the champion up, going for it. Ash Balins had it scouted. DDT!
Onto the belt! Onto the belt!
Wait a minute, 1, 2, step!
Oh, SDL there with the save!
And we said it before, the difference maker in this match. Ash looks like she had the match won. SDL saving this contest for her associate, her teammate, her partner. Now just trying to make some room here. God, what is this? A chair table, a chair platform. Nefarious idea being set up here by Ash by Elegance. Chair number 4, onto the back. Racked with pain. Ash has gone through Lego. Lena Kross has had multiple chairs wrapped over her back, and now...
I missed what Ash said there. Can you translate for me, please, Sean?
It's a 6-letter word I'm not going to repeat. 2 words, 6 letters. You get what I mean. Holy... Oh, wait a minute! Powerbomb! Oh my...
Oh!
Didn't even immediately go through it. 1, 2, kick out! Kick out by the champion!
And Lena Kross with the appropriate... Look at this!
Oh.
How? There was no give there. That was...
I was going to say, those 4 chairs stayed upright.
And
Ash
somehow...
crashing down.
Somehow, Ash by Elegance kicks out. You gotta... That's what this title means. You are willing to put your body through that in order to hold on to the World Series Wrestling Women's Championship. My goodness.
You can see Lena Kross here, visibly frustrated, just wanting this match to be over. Rage and fury, and again, she needs to keep on the attack. Oh! Vicious elbow smash.
Ash is gonna be out.
Coming through. Misses the boot. Wait a minute,
Oh.
up and over. Oh!
So smart.
Wisely buying herself some time, but Ash is not going to take it. She's going to stay on the challenger. Wait a minute. Steph Delana getting into the face of the champion. Ash needs to be careful not to take her eyes off the prize here.
No! No, Lena!
Ash needs to stop. Oh, God! Lena Kross.
Sean, I think this is a sign we could have a new champ.
You heard it straight there from the challenge. The challenger. Ash is down. She is out. Look at the ring. It's absolutely littered with a cacophony of objects.
Cacophony?
I used a sound term instead of a visual term.
You did?
Yeah.
Is that on purpose?
Sure.
Oh!
a myriad of items, and there have been a cacophony of anguish sounds all throughout this match. Thank you for keeping me honest, Ben.
I'm glad you didn't take it personally, Sean. Here we go, we're gonna cover.
1, 2. Perhaps taking a little bit too long to bring Ash back into the ring. Remember, street fight doesn't mean anything goes, but those pinfalls need to take place in the ring. Lena Kross.
I mean, what more could she do? She's put Ash by Elegance through a bunch of chairs, onto Lego, smashed a stop sign into her face. I don't know what else she can do besides, like, get a car. Is there a car in the building, Sean?
Again, oh. Just almost nonchalantly, just getting these chairs, smashing the champion with anything. We know last night, Lena Kross was unfortunately fell short when Ash came away with a title. Now she's getting a one-on-one, well, for the most part, one-on-one street fight. Now looking for a, oh, good Lord.
There's a pile of chairs there, Sean.
Now Ash struggling with everything she's got to keep herself off the top rope. Does so.
But for how long? Lena's well in control here. And it looks like Lena's had an idea.
Hold on.
Did I just hear I'm going to suplex you, person?
We've got we have Chekhov's door here. It was set up. Someone's going to go through it, right? At this point, it might be both of them. Oh my God, Lena Kross looking to suplex the champion through a door. Ash holding on for dear life. These two wrestlers need to be careful at this point. They are setting up for a hardball. Lena Kross! Back through the door onto the unforgiving outside.
Sean, I think that was more neck first.
Look at this again here.
Just
watch.
Oh.
Crash and burn. Now, Ash looking to put we may be looking for a bit of rarefied air. Ash making her way to the top. Centered, ready, rarefied air. That has to be a 1. And retaining. Ash by Elegance. And look. Bleeding, battered, bruised, but champion.
Here is your winner, and still the World Series Wrestling Women's Champion, Ash by Elegance.
Through everything, including the proverbial kitchen sink, at each other. Steph DeLander unable to be the difference maker. We went all over the McGarry room. There was doors, Legos, chairs.
Oh my!
And finally, we end this tour. Ash by Elegance ends this tour, the most wanted tour, as your WSW Women's Champion. Lena Kross and Steph DeLander have already made their way to the back here, and Ash now celebrating among the Adelaide crowd here tonight.
Oh. My goodness. Welcome to puberty, kid.
It's been a huge tour for Ash. Ash by Elegance. She's performed with poise. Now let's take a look back at what we just saw here. That drop toe hold onto the chair to start things off. They tried to exit, but Ash was having none of it. And we were wrong, she did get that knee, good Lord. You called it here 1,000 pieces. We saw everything here tonight. Powerbomb where we thought things were over. But it all came down to one pivotal moment here. Lena Kross going through the door, rarefied air, and the champion retains here in Adelaide.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide Oval, we are going to take a short intermission break and clean up this deadly assortment we have in the ring here. Make sure you check out World Series Wrestling merchandise. Grab your last-minute tickets, raffle tickets, to win Elijah's guitar. We'll be back with you very shortly.
Welcome everybody back to the last leg of the Most Wanted Tour. I'm Sean Thomas. I'm here with Ben Rosenthal. We've already had a jam-packed show here tonight. We want to show you what's been happening so far. Of course, at the beginning of the night, the Australian Championship on the line. Shigehiro Irie against Jack Cartwheel in a huge affair, Ben.
It was set to be speed and agility versus strength and power, but I'm pretty sure they both swapped their expertise halfway through.
That's it. By the end of it, it became a war of attrition at this point. Who wants it more? Jack Cartwheel or Shigehiro? We saw everything. Shooting star presses, pounces, bridging German suplexes, and time again, the shoulder was raised for the 2 count. It came down to a pivotal moment here after the Jack attack had taken place here. And you see there, the beast coming through for the 3 count to retain the title.
Coming through, I think he went through Jack Cartwheel there. Absolutely huge display of force. And speaking of displays of force.
And of huge, we had Brian Cage, the WSW Hall of Famer, going pound for pound against Elijah here.
And considering there's about 500 pounds between them, and well, there was a big pound on Michael Kent's head. The referee died.
That was all that was needed for Brian Cage to pick up the victory, to leave Adelaide here a victor once more. That isn't the only title, of course, that we had up for grabs here. As to send us off towards the interval, we had the Women's Championship, the newly crowned Ash by Elegance, going one-on-one with Lena Kross in a street fight.
We had everything in this match. We had steel chairs, we had bins, we had Lego without the S, Sean.
Lego indeed, as you see right there, the thousands of pieces as Ash by Elegance slammed stomach first, slammed back first, until finally, well, once again slammed until the pivotal point. Lena Kross going back first, straight through the door, through hell or high water. Ash by Elegance retaining her title, excuse me.
Absolute destruction there. But Sean, it's not over yet. We're about to kick off the second half with the Armstrong.
That's it, WSW Tag Team titles on the line.
To the ring by the fresh hit, Jimmy C. Hailing from Mount Gambier, South Australia. Weighing in this afternoon at 180 kilograms, the Armstrong.
Ben, you and I, we are natives here in Adelaide, Australia. We know so much about the Armstrongs. They're a local tag team that are deadly, they are dangerous, and they are laser focused on the task here at hand tonight.
Unfortunately, not laser focused is that of their manager, Jimmy C. The wannabe Michael Jackson of the crew, or Freddie Mercury, I can't tell with that moustache. The Armstrongs are most certainly a force to be reckoned with. Nick Armstrong on the left of your screen there with the completely natural hair has studied under Lance Armstrong over in Canada.
Yeah, the Perea have got their work cut out for them tonight. They've been on a win streak here, defending their titles over Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne. And now they have the Armstrongs to contend with so that they can make it a 4-peat here
and
on Most Wanted.
Opponents.
When I came to these shows, I chose to live as a man. But the truth is, I was born a god.
been a tour de force here at the Most Wanted Tour. The teams are a who's who of Australian wrestling. They have run through top tier. They have run through the natural classics against the Joker and the Thief. They have been champions for 262 days and counting if they can top the team of Nick and Jet Armstrong here tonight. Elias and Gabriel Eros, Adelaide's own. The Perea have been belt collectors over the last couple of years, all across the nation, picking up title after title. They've been mainstays here over the past couple of years here at WSW.
They may have this, but they won't have this, I guarantee it.
You can hear that big claim there from Jimmy C saying that they can have the crowd, they can have the city, but they will not have the titles after tonight. To everyone here, if you are just tuning in on Triller TV, the WSW Tag Team titles are about to be on the line for the fourth time this tour. You see there the champions. The Perea will be going 2-on-2 against the Armstrongs. Crowd firmly behind hometown heroes, I guess, in this instance.
Look at the laser focus the Armstrongs have. One thing you may not know is that the Armstrongs and the Perea have faced each other both in singles and in tag team championship competitions time and time again. Both teams are extremely knowledgeable of each other.
That's exactly it. Not only do they know each other so well, these are two teams that not only are they well-oiled machines in their own right, but they are so experienced with each other. They know each other inside and out for years. They've contested against one another in different pairings, as you said, singles, duos. So this is going to be such an interesting contest here on how it takes force and how exactly it's going to pan out here.
One thing that's worried me, you saw just before, Gabriel and Eli just sort of relaxing in the corner. I mean, their confidence has always been their strength, but when does that confidence turn to arrogance, and when does that tide turn against them?
That's exactly it. You can see that that may be exactly what Jet and Nick, now Jet Armstrong and Gabriel Eros to start off this contest, maybe what they're looking to exploit here. When does self-confidence turn into overconfidence, and how do you capitalize? Initial test of strength here. Gabriel Eros, just a chiseled specimen. Jet Armstrong now potentially looking to, well, going at it again here. Nice headlock by Gabriel. Squeezing on tight here, and Jet looking to fight his way out.
I mean, I spoke before about how well they know each other. Gabriel knows Jet's weakness is that Jet always feels like he's the underdog. And what we're seeing now from Gabriel is not only him outclassing his opponent, but also outmaneuvering him with the mind, Sean.
And that's the thing, and we talk about the mind, there are mind games at play as well. There's also just physical games as Gabriel comes up with a big Cardona. There have been somewhat underhanded tactics employed by the Perea throughout this tour, but it's important to notice that this is a game plan that they have implemented to perfection over this tour. They defeated Warbeard to come away with the titles. Let's again look at this huge leap, vertical leap from Eros there. Getting big Eros there to flip Jet Armstrong up and over, and now Eli Theseus tagged into the ring. Tag team tactics employed, big clothesline. Oh, he has to be careful here. Nick Armstrong.
Again, that arrogance coming into play. Is it arrogance, or it is all part of the game plan? They're on top of the ladder for a reason there, Sean.
You can see, at least for the moment, Nick Armstrong not letting that get under his skin, staying in the ropes, keeping himself where Jet can utilize him best, hopefully later on the match, and not getting overzealous. And you can see very wisely, quick tags employed by the Perea here. Now, Reverse whip. And now, oh wait, Jimmy C on the background grabbing the leg
There it is.
of Gabriel.
Always the unseen ingredient. Jimmy C always slithering around on ringside.
Perhaps giving the Perea a taste of their own medicine here. Again, 2 huge drop kicks by Eros. The crowd is on their feet here for the hometown duo. Jimmy C now up on the apron here. What is he doing at this point, really?
Well, he's giving his guys time to recuperate.
That's exactly it.
Time to breathe. I mean, it might not be the smartest idea, but
now,
Jimmy C's never been the smartest guy.
Just up and over, now into the ring, apparently a part of this match now, for better or for worse, and I can tell you now, what is it at the begging side?
Can't quite make out what the crowd's saying.
Misunderstanding, he says. I don't really know if Jimmy's going to be able to. He's going to be able to.
I don't know if
juke and jive and jaunt his way through this. Unfortunately, answered with a body slam. Jimmy C, thank you, see you later. But now, oh, I was going to say Nick Armstrong about to capitalize on that. But Gabriel too quick, and there you go. Jet Armstrong wisely taking advantage of the distraction here. And now, Gabriel in the corner of the Armstrongs.
I mean, Gabriel and Eli are so close, they're like brothers. Nick and Jet are brothers. They grew up together. They know each other inside and out. They are basically the same person. And that's what you want in a tag team. You want two people who are indistinguishable, who know each other and know where the other person's going to be. And that is how you get on top of two people who haven't known each other all their lives.
That's it, the Perea, they say, bound by blood, bound by their heritage. The Armstrongs have been at each other's throats for years. They have been both opponents and teammates. How better to know your friend and your family than to be their enemy first? Now Nick Armstrong has Gabriel in the corner, the champ, goading, and there he successfully goads Eli into the ring. A mistake. We talk about that confidence, that pride of the Perea, and now Jet Armstrong able to take advantage. It's a game plan that the Perea have used to perfection over and over. The Armstrongs know this, and they're giving as good as they get. Gabriel fighting his way out from the corner. Jet down on the apron, looking for the big, not quite there! Fingertips away! Unfortunately dragged right back to his corner. Well-placed shoulder thrusts. And now Jet back in the ring. Ben, you have known these four competitors for years. I have to ask you, the longer this match goes on, who does it favor?
Honestly, at the moment, it's favouring the Armstrongs. They're using each other well. They're getting in and out of the ring. They're giving each other time to rest. At the moment, they're isolating Gabriel in their corner, and that is going to wear him down. Yeah, he may be a chiseled specimen of a man, but how long can one man survive when two are just taking turns, beating him down? You've got Eli in the corner there, desperately wanting the tag. He's the fresh guy. He wants to get in, but if he can't get in, he's just a guy. There's not going to be anything he can do.
And it's that sort of game plan that you saw utilized early by the Perea, but as soon as Nick Armstrong and Jet got in, they started to employ that exact same tactic. However, can Gabriel capitalize? There's a short moment here. Eli chomping at the bit to get in. Look on the left side of your screen here though, Nick Armstrong wisely bringing, wait a minute! Eli gets the tag up to the top rope. The Armstrongs are in trouble. Cross body. Eli now the legal competitor. Jet down. Nick the same. Up and over. Body drop. It's exactly what the Armstrongs did not want. A fresh man in the ring. Supplanted with a DDT. Both Nick and Jet Armstrong down for the count. Eli Theseus, the freshest of the four in this contest now.
And there we are. the actual dance that Jimmy C pretty badly did before.
Both Nick and Jet, both arms attached to the side. Watching the top of your screen here. Flying senton over the top rope. Tope and Tomiko to the outside. Now the two legal men in the ring, Nick Armstrong, Eli Theseus. Frog splash! Center of the ring. Nick Savage there to take the count.
Oh, again, Jet almost in there to break it up. You gotta believe if Nick didn't have the strength to kick out, Jet would have got there in time to stop it. Again, two brothers, how much closer can you be?
That's it, you have to know what your opponent is capable.
Oh, cutter!
Cutter!
That's it! Cutter out of nowhere. Nick desperately looking for the tag. Jet's in.
That's it, Nick knowing that they need to emphatically catch the victory here.
Lines hold in the middle of the ring.
1, 2, kick out from Eli Theseus. And to your point, Ben, it's exactly the thing is you have to know what is your opponent, what is your tag team partner not able to kick out of? When do you come in the ring and break the count? When do you leave them to their own device?
And speaking of tag team partners, we can see Gabriel Eros there on the side. He's not looking too good, and he's leaving his tag partner in the middle of the ring while Jimmy C distracts. Oh, really, Jet?
We've seen this time and time again from the Perea. Fortunately, not the intended target here. Eli had it scouted. Sizing him up. Maybe looking. Kalanitka. Gets it. Got it done. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. Still tag team champions, the Perea.
Here are your winners. And still the WSW Tag Team Champions, the Perea!
The titles stay firmly in the hands of Gabriel Eros and Eli Theseus. The Perea, 262 days and counting. They now follow Shigehiro, Irie, and Ash by Elegance as your champions at the end of this tour. There's only one more question that needs to be answered in terms of the gold. Will it be Matt Cardona by way of Hammerstone, or will it be Nick Nemeth in the main event here tonight?
Sean, I think you just have to look, well, you just have to look at this.
There you go, we can see that first big vertical leap of Gabriel Eros to start things off strong. Finally looking to get that well-needed tag from Eli.
Just look at the athleticism of the champs. I reckon they spend more time in the air than they do on the ground, these two.
That's it, it's that well-placed shot of the chain. That was the downfall for the Armstrongs. Mistakes were made and championships were retained. Here the Australian faithful calling for the Perea. We've said it time and time again here in WSW. The Perea are a team to watch here in the future, and it has to be asked, what is next for these belt collectors for the Perea?
And we're straight into our next matchup.
The following match is a triple threat match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, weighing in this afternoon at 1,000 pounds of pure ego, he's everybody's daddy, the official ego, Matt Hayter.
Matt Hayter has been all around Australia, taking names, well, taking last names and then finding your mum and taking her out, I guess. I don't know. I don't like Matt Hayter.
You don't like Matt Hayter?
I don't like Matt Hayter. I'm going to say here right now, this kind of youthful upstart is what is wrong with the industry. these young flash in the pans come out, think they own the industry with their flashy coats and their chiseled abs and their perfectly sculpted pecs, and think that's enough. Sure, he can wrestle. Sure, he's a multi-time champion. But he's an arrogant, self-absorbed, self-obsessed, selfish individual.
You're right.
I tried very hard to censor myself there, Sean.
Well, I mean, be that as it may, important to note, the last time we saw Matt Hayter here in Adelaide, the young upstart, as you put him,
And his
one-on-one.
first opponent.
Shush. You know who this is?
He represents the old guard, weighing in this afternoon at 100 kilograms. He's the Riot City Wrestling Grand Champion. He is Chris Basso.
Now, Sean, let me tell you about Chris Basso. He is a multi-time champion. He has been around not only Australia, but the world, wrestling, teaching. He has trained some of the most influential wrestlers in the world. And now is his time as the Riot City Wrestling Grand Champion to take back the industry, to set the course straight, to show what respect and honor and determination can get you. You know what it can get you, Sean? It can get you chiseled good looks. It can get you the admiration of the fans and peers. It can get you your own team in the old guard. It can get you immortality like that of Chris Basso.
I was just going to say, the last time that we saw Matt Hayter, he went one-on-one with Robbie
And
Eagles.
finally,
And we'll get to that in a moment, but there is one more competitor in this match.
from Makati, Manila, in the Philippines, he's the United Empire's monster, the Aswan TJP.
We find ourselves in a very unique position here. We have the former WSW Australian champion against two of Australia's, well, we've got the cornerstone of Australian wrestling and a big up-and-comer in the scene here. Both have claims to a title match later. Both have claims to be the next big thing in WSW and beyond. This is going to be a huge matchup. And from TJP's perspective, the Ashwang, he has lost his championship. He has a lot to prove, and he has a lot of punishment to deal out here tonight.
Very different TJP we're seeing here, the Ashwan, for the first time in Adelaide, and definitely something I've not seen before, Sean. I'm not too sure what is going on here. I mean, is this a psychological mindset? Is this some kind of mental game that he plays with his opponents?
I think a lot of what you kind of, when you're wrestling in the ring, you're not only facing a competitor physically, you're looking to read body language, read facial expressions, read how a wrestler works and operates. With this iteration of TJP, with the Ashwang, you simply aren't afforded that. Oh my God, he's biting him! Oh. Blood! Did he just bite Chris Basso? Good God, I'm 5 seconds into this contest, blood spitting throughout the air.
We've got a little bit on the lens there, you can see. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I'm not quite sure why referee Nick Savage is not doing anything about it.
Now Chris Basso and Matt Hayter in the ring together. Matt Hayter saying absolutely not, responding with a huge hellacious chop. The official ego caught to the quick. You can see how easily Matt Hayter is able to maneuver his opponent to anywhere in the ring. Such quickness, such elasticity. Case in point.
Look at that. What is that? How is that showing your opponents any kind of respect?
And I think at this point, Matt Hayter is not looking to give respect. He's looking to collect wins. He's the official ego for a reason. Now I think he has his choice of opponents on the outside here. Nick Savage calling off Matt Hayter.
Finally, some decent refereeing.
See here saying, why not? We got triple threat rules here in effect. Yashwan looking to get back in the ring. Basso, they're jockeying for the first to come in here.
No, you can't win the match on the outside there, Sean.
Exactly, there might not be countouts, but there is pinfalls needed on the inside of the ring. And now Matt Hayter. See Nick Savage asking for the two to come back in the ring so we can get this contest still going. And again calling for Matt Hayter to cease and desist, as it were, from any sort of aerial assault. Wait a minute, using Nick Savage up and over, moonsault, taking out both competitors.
Sure, take out both competitors, but now what?
Now get one of them in the ring and get a pinfall going. And this is the thing, in a triple threat contest, you have to have eyes in the back of your head, but you need to have one competitor incapacitated so then you can hopefully get a pinfall or submission against the third. Looking for final cut off the second rope.
Just the ferocity of Ashwan. It's done and then that's it. It's one hit and that's all it takes. I am actually quite amazed at the transformation of TJP.
Look at that, we got the stretch here. The octopus stretch employed by the Ashwan TJP.
I mean, we keep calling him Ashwan TJP. This isn't TJP. We've seen TJP, close count there. We've seen TJP on numerous tours. This is a completely different entity.
It is something completely different. Something, as you noted, we have not seen here in Adelaide. It shifts him into a different gear, another level. Oh, and case in point, and we know that Basso and Matt Hayter know each other so well over so many years, but they do not know this man who just took a Northern Lights suplex for the 2 count.
Know each other. They're former World Tag Team Champions. I should say Australian Tag Team Champions. But these two had the most bitter of breakups. And one of the few times we've actually seen them in the ring together is here at World Series Wrestling Most Wanted.
That's exactly right. Of course, we mentioned, insult to injury. That's one way to put it.
Just cocky. He's just cocky.
There's a cocky thrust from Matt Hayter to the cornerstone of Australian wrestling, Chris Basso. Now I'm looking to make it 2 for 2.
I wouldn't do that, Hayter. I wouldn't do that, Hayter.
He's got to anyway. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. How do you call that? What do you call that?
That is a jug grapple.
I'm clenching my teeth. It's not quite death by ego, but it's death by the little ego. Oh my God!
Matthew Hayter is now a 12-year-old boy again.
And goaded into it, straight up and over. Basso out the ring as well. Both the Australian wrestlers, and straight hit over the top crossbody. All 3 men fighting themselves on the outside once again. The Ashwan, Matt Hayter and Chris Basso. For bragging rights at this point, these 3 looking to come away with a win at the end of the tour, the Most Wanted tour here.
Now you get a pin on a former champion, it gets attention in your area.
That's exactly right. The monster of United Empire sizing up Chris Basso in the corner here, running through, big back elbow. Clobbering Chris Basso. Pay attention here on the back of your screen. Matt Hayter, the official ego now. Holding hands. Oh, no! Basso's boys taking a beating. And now, heaped into a corner, both Australian wrestlers, Basso and Hayter. Got the crowd firmly behind the Ashwan. TJP.
Oh, gee. He's just grating the laces of his boot right across Matt Hayter's face.
Oh my goodness! The inaugural WSW Australian champion, the inaugural WWE Cruiserweight champion, winning the Cruiserweight Classic.
It's just to the point of cruelty now. Oh, that's vicious.
Hit one, now he's got to get the other. Get the pair, get the duo! Driving his boot straight through Chris Basso here. At this point, it is the Ashwan's match to lose. This is the perfect situation for the Ashwan to be in. You have Matt Hayter down and out. You have one competitor to focus on here. We are in a tree of woe here. Essentially in a world of pain. Basso trying to get himself unlocked here. Up, down! Unfortunately, Basso unable to get himself out. Taking advantage. The Ashwan.
I just don't know what it's going to take to put the Ashwan down.
Wait a minute, starting a screen! Super kick by the official ego, that could be it.
Break up by Chris Basso.
The importance of the third man.
The importance of the desire to win. And of course, Matt Hayter and Chris Basso not wanting either to outshine the other.
Maybe looking here for the Super Mega Driver. Had it scouted. Almost caught that super kick clean. Oh, spinning DDT. Supplanting Basso on the top of his head.
Matt Hayter looking to go up top.
It's the moment to take. And now we can see TJP taking that moment. Taking a moment. It is his moment. Basso hasn't scouted.
These two know each other so well. They know exactly what's to come.
Oh, see the perspiration slapped off of Basso. I've never seen a man more in pain than that close up on Chris Basso. Wait a minute, caught him, caught him.
Bad news for Hayter.
Oh, good grief.
Hanging him up on the top ropes there, driving the air out of his lungs in time for
that could be in. 2 count.
I gotta say, if Chris Basso had the pin on Matt Hayter there, oh boy, we would have felt the ramifications all over Australia.
Look at the chest, the welt. That's just a blood vessels have been popped at this point.
It's like a whistle, Sean.
Has it scouted. Massive kicks here. At this point, you can see all three men making sure to have all dimensions scouted here. Scouted is the word of this match, really. Spinning up and over, getting a taste of his own medicine with the spinning DDT off the ropes.
All three men now. This is anyone's ball game or wrestling game.
And at this point, you might not think it could happen. Have we ever had a triple count out in a match before? Referee Nick Savage. Also want to send my condolences to Michael Kent. I hope he's okay. Hope he's resting and hope all the guitar pieces have been taken out of his head. Now both. Just stop it!
That hatred between these two, Matt Hayter and Chris Basso, they're leaving Ashwan just there. Time to recover while they get their petty differences out in the middle of the ring. And Ashwan capitalizes.
So the Ashwan taking the moment to slam those forearms, and now going forearm to forearm. Spinning heel kick. Got to be careful trading strikes with the Ashwan. Luthes press! Going for the pinfall, but met with a super kick by Hayter. Pulling for it. Might be looking for that moonsault. Up! Executed to perfection.
He thinks he's got it, but the
Ashwan. Wait a minute! That Mamba splash just in the nick of time. Every single close-up we get of Chris Basso, he's going a different shade of purple. The Ashwan has Chris Basso scouted here. Knee to the chin, 2.
Sean, it's getting to the point where I need this match to end because I don't know how much more grating and punishment Matt Hayter and Chris Basso can take from the Ashwan.
He wisely knocking Hayter out of the ring. Now Hayter making himself a nuisance, just jumping unceremoniously.
That's enough, that's enough. Matt Hayter, nuisance, I'm fine with that. Let's just leave it at that.
Hayter now again for the 3rd time, looking to hit that moonsault. Basso struggling to get to his feet. Matt Hayter going to the well, one time too many. Now getting a receipt. Just a well-placed forearm to the ass.
No, it was to the glute.
Okay.
You ever had a forearm to the glute there, Sean?
I never have.
Painful.
Hold on, hold on. The Ashwan looking to powerbomb. I think I missed that. Was that more blood? Basso, wait a minute. Oh my God! Hayter blinded by the blood. Looking for the Mega Driver. Can he catch it? Up and over. Whoa! Caught it again! Still holding on! He has not let go!
Enter Sega Mega Driver! That's it!
That's over. 1, 2, 3! Chris Basso capitalizing on a blinded Matt Hayter.
Finally!
Here is your winner, Chris Basso!
And you can see the war wound fresh on the chest of Chris Basso.
Grabbing his RCW Grand Championship. Well earned Grand, that's why he's the Grand Champion.
A Grand Champion who has been through a grand battle here tonight.
Chris Basso and the Old Guard are here at World Series Wrestling. And they're here to prove a point.
Haven't showing this. He's enjoying the spoils of war and the injuries of war there. And a disappointed and dejected Hayter and the Ashwan TJP in the ring here, but they have absolutely nothing to be ashamed of here tonight. What's happening here? Basso back to the ring.
Done. He's not done. I told you before. Oh no, he's going to shake hands.
He's going to show that respect.
See, this is what an industry tycoon looks like. His problem's with Hayter, it's not with Ashwan.
They're looking for a show of respect. And there we go. A show of respect here initiated by Chris Basso.
That's what Chris Basso is about. He's about respect. Respect for the business, respect for those who've come before, and respect for those coming up if they do things the right way.
There we are. Show of respect. Oh my God, again! The blood firmly in the face. Oh, huge super kick. Basso laid out emphatically.
That's trying to tell Hayter to go up.
Here we go, once more with feeling.
Absolute travesty, absolute disrespect shown.
Absolute moonsault. Matt Hayter. And there we go, a handshake of respect. Chris Basso, unfortunately, maybe not having the end to the night that he would have wanted. But the winners here are the fans here tonight that saw an absolutely grand, an absolutely special triple threat match here between these three competitors.
No, sorry, I think what you meant to say, the winner was Chris Basso.
Indeed, it will go down in the record books. Chris Basso coming away with the win here tonight. Hard fought, well earned. Just a matter of whether either of those men are going to be able to see right in the morning. Don't know how easy blood washes out of the eyes.
I'm just furious right now.
Of course, we only have one more match to go here. It is the main event. We are heading towards the final match of the night. World Series Wrestling World Heavyweight title is going to be on the line. Nick Nemeth challenging for the title against the surrogate champion, Hammerstone. But before we get to that, let's take a look at the opening bout, the opening moments here. Matt Hayter taking control with a referee-assisted moonsault.
Just look how vicious the Ashwan's movements are.
And then have been caught on the ropes here. Every man getting their licks in, getting their moments in. And we thought at that point that perhaps Hayter would kick out, but it was not to be. And we thought that there would be a handshake, but it was not to be. The Ashwan.
Bloody awful, that's what it was. I'm not sure I'm a fan of the Ashwan.
Adelaide, are you enjoying yourselves tonight? It is now time for the main event of the World Series Wrestling Most Wanted Tour. And it is for the World Series Wrestling World Championship.
Here we go. Main event time, Ben.
Now, on the very first night of the Most Wanted Tour, we saw Nick Nemeth take on Hammerstone in a one-on-one match, which ended with Hammerstone regaining or retaining the World Series Wrestling Heavyweight Championship for the indie god Matt Cardona.
It was not without controversy, whatever you say about it, but that was night one. We are looking at night 4, and the stakes have been raised. This is not an ordinary match. As Cardona said earlier tonight, I will give you another title shot, but it will be no DQ. And the wanted man accepted. You have to wonder if this is the last opportunity, at least for the foreseeable future, for Nick Nemeth to challenge for this title.
Well, I mean, what more does Matt Cardona have to prove? He would have beaten him twice.
Speak of the devil.
Always
He is the current reigning surrogate defending WSW World Champion Matt Cardona, unfortunately sidelined with an injury for this tour. But that title has been defended night after night here on this tour.
Because he's a fighting champion.
And I do not envy Nick Nemeth's position here tonight. Now facing off against this man, Hammerstone, former MLW heavyweight champion. He is a monstrosity, a behemoth. To be honest, the perfect man to be defending Cardona's championship here tonight.
Matt Cardona's a smart guy. He chooses his friends, his alliances very closely. And I mean, why wouldn't you have Hammerstone as an alliance? I mean, really, look at the dude.
And you have to notice here, absent from this entourage, Lena Kross.
She's just fought a street fight, Sean. Give the person a break.
Exactly my point here is one less person that Nick Nemeth has to worry himself over. Plus Nick Nemeth, a champion in his own right.
The following match is for the World Series Wrestling World Championship. Introducing first, the challenger. Standing to my left, from Cleveland, Ohio, he's the wanted man, Nick Nemeth. And his opponent, he represents the World Series Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, Matt Cardona. Accompanied to the ring by Steph DeLander. Weighing in at 280 pounds. From Phoenix, Arizona, Hammerstone.
That is the task that Nick Nemeth has in front of him tonight if he wants to walk away with the title.
Just an absolute behemoth of a man.
Matt Cardona perhaps kissing the title for the very last time, perhaps kissing it away. That is the title that is up for grabs here tonight. Nick Nemeth versus Hammerstone. Here on the final night here, let's get it on. It is main event time. Nick Nemeth, no stranger to championship gold, the current AAA mega champion, and already you're seeing the numbers game come into play here. Nick Nemeth needs to keep his eye on the ball here.
All legal, very, very smart. Trying to get Nick Nemeth's attention, it distract him. Didn't work, because he's straight away into those rip shots on Hammerstone.
That's exactly what Nemeth is going to have to do. He's going to have to stay on top of Hammerstone from the word go. You are just going to have to utilize that moxie, that ferocity, that perseverance to get the job done, because otherwise Hammerstone will run right through you.
Get the job done, but you want to get this job done as quickly as possible, because the longer this match goes, the more gashed you get. Hammerstone's just going to be able to drive that air out of you.
As said, we saw Hammerstone first here in Adelaide against Chris Basso, coming away with a huge victory. The man is strength personified. It's like running into a brick wall.
Now, part of me wonders, Sean, I just need to get in there. How much of it is going to be Hammerstone doing the job, and how much of it is going to be ending Nick Nemeth for good?
Exactly right, as you're looking to potentially, if you're Matt Cardona, would you not tell Hammerstone, don't just win this match, put him out. Take him out for good.
Embarrassing.
The wanted man driven into the corner here. Hammerstone with some huge boots to the midsection, a flurry of blows here. From the very beginning, Nick Nemeth has just been assaulted.
Oh, get your camera ready, Sean. Look at that. How nice of Hammerstone taking time out of the match to pose for the fans. What a great defender of Matt Cardona's World Series Wrestling Championship.
I will say Hammerstone has to be wary the amount of showboating that he does do. He's up against a fully certified showstopper in Nick Nemeth, who will capitalize on any advantage that he is given if he's given an opening. Oh my goodness!
And that's the thing, Sean. You have to be able to move to generate an opening. And at the moment, the only movement that's happening is the snapping of Nick Nemeth's neck.
And already you see utilizing the middle rope for that extra leverage.
Hey, it's all legal. It's all legal.
That is exactly right for the time being. For the moment, Nick Nemeth has been on the defensive. He has not been able to get any sort of sizable offense against Hammerstone, being brutalized.
Effortless. Effortless. What an absolute behemoth of an individual.
As much as we say, Nick Nemeth is an endurance machine. He is a man that will keep coming and coming and coming. There's only so much that a man can take. And Hammerstone will not shy away from inflicting that sort of brutal punishment that you may want to shy away from.
I mean, each of those blows to his back. What happens in wrestling? A majority of the impact, you land on your back, correct? Can you imagine landing on your back with all those punches to your spine?
Hold on, Nick Nemeth talking about that opening and now just trying to fire away anything he can. Elbows, strikes, he is on top of the Hammerstone at the moment. Taking a moment, but unfortunately, just as easily as it started, it was taken away from him. One Irish whip. You can see that wasn't even with any sort of luster, any sort of fervorance. It was barely a shoulder up. Already the energy being sapped and sucked away from Nick Nemeth.
It's interesting that you bring that up, Sean. All the energy being sucked out of Nick Nemeth. He's looking dehydrated. He's looked like he's fading. Certainly doesn't have the energy he had at the start. Hammerstone looks like he's gone for a walk in the park. Hammerstone is not plussed at all.
You have to wonder how much of an onslaught can Nemeth handle. We saw at Brisbane on night one, these two went at it. And you have to wonder, the question is to be asked, has Nick Nemeth learned from his earlier defeat? Can he find a chink in the armor? Can he find a way through to come past this early onslaught to come back?
Those rounds of headbutts, I think he's trying to create a chink in the armor.
Sunset flip! Unfortunately, just rolling and powering out Famouser! There you go, that's that offense, that's that flurry of moves that Nick Nemeth needs to employ. And now this is where he needs to capitalize. As much as Nick may want to stay on the ground, get his breath, get his whole body back together, he needs to stay on the attack. You cannot give Hammerstone a moment to get back to his feet. Case in point, exactly what happens, and once again, Hammerstone finds himself on top of the mountain. Look at this height! And Hammerstone throws him!
Effortless.
And I was worrying about the time that it was taking for Hammerstone to showboat, but at this point it might just be elementary. He can take his time.
You destroy him physically, you destroy him mentally, he won't come from you again.
Now looking for that overhead, belly to belly with ease. Slammed on the back that Hammerstone has been taking shots at all night.
Sean, we might be in for an early finish. I think this one's all over but the ring of the bell.
I don't want to call it, but it is not looking good here for the wanted man. Now again. taking him to a city we've all heard of, but none of us want to visit.
Brisbane.
Near chance of "you still suck" from the Adelaide crowd here. Hammerstone unfazed. He's leaving his work in the ring here.
He doesn't need to say anything. His body speaks volumes.
Sizing him up. Looking for number 3 here. Ear clap. Discombobulating. Surrogate champion, the big black Broski. Dunked on his head. I think at this point, well, look, I'll renege on my earlier comment. I think Nick does need to take the moment just to gather himself.
No, he needs to jump on this moment. How often do you see Hammerstone on the back of his back, on the back? See how discombobulated I am? I'm only watching the damn thing.
Now he's taken that moment. He's got himself back, coming through with a clothesline, barely moving Hammerstone. My goodness, almost absorbing the blows here. Goozled. Nemeth gathering speed. Third clothesline does the job. Hammerstone knocked off his feet.
Oh, using that, the turnbuckle there to great effect. Neck breaker, and Nemeth is feeling it. He's got that second rush of adrenaline.
That's it, he took that time to get to his feet, and now he is on top. He wants that championship. This is his second go. It might be his last go.
Dropping those elbows, driving the air out.
Good God.
Keep going, Nick.
I'm getting exhausted just watching this. That's what it's all about here.
What?
It's going to be a bigger elbow. Bigger moment.
Bigger opponent means a bigger move to keep the big man down. Can Nemeth hit it? He's up.
Down.
He scores it.
Pinfall.
1, 2.
New champion, not at the moment at least. Hammerstone took those 10 elbows, absorbed them, and still managed to come up. Look at this, the final elbow drop here, precision pointed. Nick Nemeth feeling it from the crowd, calling it, tuning up that band. Hammerstone, doesn't quite know where he is. Wait up, hold on.
And he's out of there. Smart man.
As much as the crowd may think otherwise, this is a well-appointed strategy here.
And that's another well-proven strategy. Matt Cardona.
Unfortunately, this is exactly what Nemeth signed up for here. This is no disqualification. The ref can do absolutely nothing about it. I don't have to like it, but I can't deny. Oh my God!
That's it, we're done. How? Nemeth kicks out at 2.99999.
The huge sit-out powerbomb from Hammerstone. Now he's going to contest the count here. I mean, here's the point. If you're Hammerstone, you know he may have kicked out, but there's always more you can do. There's always more punishment to inflict. There is always something under the ring. Where the hell is he going?
There's a Hammerstone under the ring at the moment.
And this is a moment that Nemeth can use to gain a bit of strength back, what little he has left. Oh my God. And what, we're we're one door down at this point. We're about to be a second door down. If Hammerstone gets his way here.
He's got a daunting task ahead of him.
This is a Cardona special. No doubt he has advised both Lena, Kross earlier in the match and Hammerstone to do exactly this.
Well, there's a reason they call him Matt Cardona.
Okay.
I'm sorry no one calls him that. I'm sorry, Indy guy. I'm sorry.
These puns were not most wanted, but At the moment here, Nick Nemeth hoisted up at this point. I mean, he's just a rag doll. Wait a minute.
Reversal.
1, 2. Wait, spear! Oh my God! Door folded in half. Hammerstone folded in half. 1, 2. Steph?
No, that was Matt.
Was it Matt?
That was the Deathmatch King saving his title.
It's hard for me to tell. It's one of the two of them. It wouldn't surprise me either way. But either way, title still around the waist of Matt Cardona. Nick Nemeth knew the only way he was going to get this opportunity was to agree to whatever terms. Hop! Pat! What the hell was that?
That was dust used to grip your hand so you can lift heavy weights.
Might be looking here. He's in trouble. Nightmare!
That's it.
And wait a minute!
What?
Tanesh!
That's Ash by Elegance!
The current and still reigning WSW Women's Champion going tat for tat. Fair is fair.
Why is Ash down here?
To even up the odds as it were, but now
she's got a Hammerstone after her. In the ring. Hammerstone following. Nemeth with the kick.
Super kick. He weathered the nightmare pendulum.
Cardona's down.
Wait a minute.
Gut wrench. Counters.
Again. Super kick.
Zigzag.
Hits him. 1, 2, 3.
Champion.
Nick Nemeth pins Hammerstone, and that means Nick Nemeth is the brand new
winner and the new World Series Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, the one-to-man, Nick Nemeth!
I had to let it be told by the voice of Australia himself. There you see it. The brand new WSW World Heavyweight Champion, Matt Cardona, is livid.
I'm livid. Did you see Steph Delanda? She was going in to save the title. But interference by Ash by Elegance, holding STL, preventing her from saving the belt, has resulted in that man now holding the gold high and being the new World Series Wrestling Heavyweight Champion.
He was in danger, and then it was the danger zone. That did it. That got the job done. Nick Nemeth and Ash by Elegance, your two world champions here at World Series Wrestling. What a moment! What a way to cap off the most wanted tour here. Thank you so much for everyone that has been out here tonight to witness this moment. This has been a huge tour, man.
I am absolutely without words, Sean. I know as bad as a commentator, I'm supposed to provide you with the up-to-date insight, but it's a mixture of fury and I don't know what to say, Sean. There's going to be repercussions. There has to be repercussions for that.
But now
Cardona is not done with that belt, I can guarantee that.
That may be for the future, but for the now, these are your champions. These are the faces of World Series Wrestling. Celebrations are abound here in Adelaide tonight, here at the Adelaide Oval.
WSW, you finally have a champ you can be proud of. And I'm not just talking about me. I'm talking about Ash by Elegance right here. I'm not gonna waste too much of your time, man. I never knew I'd be back here, especially with WSW, but damn it, you guys have been dynamite. There's an entire roster back here that for the last 4 nights stole the show in every damn match, and it was all for each and every one of you. I feel like I'm the luckiest guy in the world because I get to live my dream and be a professional fucking wrestler. WSW, the 2 champs are gonna have to come back, right? I said we're gonna have to come back right here, right? Without you fans, this business does not exist. Never forget that. We feed off of you. We were fans just like you. We love this so damn much. We spend our entire lives on the road entertaining you. And I'm happy as hell to have Ash and myself as your WSW champions. So one more time, just so all those badasses in the back can hear, let them know how you feel. WSW, 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 WSW. Thank you. We love you, Adelaide. See you next time.
That is going to be us here for tonight. My name is Sean Thomas. Thank you so much, Ben Rosenthal, for being here at the tail end of the most wanted tour here for World Series Wrestling. That is going to be us. We want to thank you all for joining us on Triller TV. This has been a monumental tour, and we will see you back really, really soon. Good night.